On a rainy afternoon in February, I found myself in the school guidance office, staring at a blank career preference form. While my classmates had already filled in their high school choices, my paper remained empty. "Sarah, you still haven't decided?" My homeroom teacher, Ms. Herford, gently asked. I couldn't help but lower my eyes. Miss Herford, what is it?" I won't be able to go to high school." My words seemed to surprise Miss Herford. "Why not? Your grades aren't bad at all. If you consider second choice schools, there are plenty you could get into." My parents. They say high school costs too much money. They want me to work instead. My voice trembled as I recalled what my parents had said the night before. "Someone like you would just waste time in high school. You won't get good grades anyway, so go find a job. Your sister Miley has her entrance exams next year. We don't have money to spend on you." Miss Herford listened to my story in silence. Then, with a sigh, she said, "Could you give me some time? There's something I'd like to consider." I gave a small nod. The next day, Miss Herford called me to the staff room. "Sarah, what do you think about this job posting?" She handed me a piece of paper that showed a live-in position at a high-end inn in another state. "Here, room and board are free. You could save up quite a bit. But do you think someone like me could work at such a prestigious inn?" "You'll be fine. You're diligent and, above all, well-mannered. I think you're well-suited for working at an inn." "Really?" "Yes, and..." She paused for a moment, as if choosing her words carefully. "I think living away from home will give you the chance to be yourself in a new environment." I felt tears welling up. She had understood my home situation. "I'll help you practice for the interview. What do you say? Want to give it a try?" "Yes." I nodded firmly. After that, Ms. Herford dedicated her after-school hours to helping me practice for the interview. She taught me everything from proper posture to the correct way for introducing myself and how to answer questions. Then came the interview day. My hands were trembling with nervousness. You've come quite a long way." Ms. Thompson, the proprietress of Thompson Inn, looked me up and down. "Yes, thank you for taking the time to interview me today." I focused on not stumbling over the words I had practiced so desperately. "What do your parents think about this?" That question made me pause for a moment. But I decided to answer honestly, just as Ms. Herford had taught me. "I have informed them that this is my own decision to seek employment." The proprietress fell silent, as if contemplating something. My heart was racing. Then, "Very well. Please start next month." "Eh?" "You pass. Come work at our inn." At that moment, tears began streaming down my face. No matter how hard I tried to hold them back, they wouldn't stop. It's fine to cry with joy, but never in front of the guests. "Yes, thank you so much." When Ms. Herford heard about my acceptance, she was genuinely delighted. "I'm so glad. Really, I'm so happy for you." "It's all thanks to you, teacher. Thank you so much." From now on, you'll be forging your own path in life. Do your best." When I told my parents about getting the job, "Well, I'm surprised anyone would hire you." "As long as you're out of the house, that's all we care about." I packed my belongings in silence. Finally, I stopped in front of Miley's room. "Miley, I'm leaving now." There was no response. She was probably absorbed in her video games. I quietly left the house. As I rode the train, I could feel the spring breeze blowing. With mixed feelings of anxiety and hope, I was about to take my first step towards a new life. At the regional terminal station, I was greeted by Ms. Brown, the head attendant of Thompson Inn. "Welcome to Thompson Inn. You must be tired from your journey." "Thank you for having me." Seeing my nervousness, Ms. Brown gave me a gentle smile. "First, let's have you learn the inn's rules and basic etiquette." "Yes." Upon arrival at the inn, I was first given my uniform and shown to my room. The uniform was a deep blue shirt with black pants. My room was a small room, but I thought it was lovely with its view of the surrounding mountains. Let's start with the morning cleaning routine. Creating a comfortable space for our guests is the most basic and important task. I took notes diligently. The order of cleaning, how to wring out cleaning cloths, how to wipe the table. Even these everyday tasks were completely different when done the inn way. Always walk along the wall in the corridors. Never walk in the center where guests walk. Yes. Always keep your back straight. However, when it came to actual practice, nothing went right. That's not how you wring out a cloth. There's still water in it. I'm so sorry. Your footsteps are making noise. I'll be more careful. The proprietress corrected me nearly every day. Even when I practiced in my room at night, I couldn't quite get things right. One evening, I ran into Tom in the hallway.
Sarah, practicing late again?
Yes, but I'm still not doing well.
Did Ms. Thompson scold you?
Yes, almost every day.
That's unusual.
What do you mean?
Ms. Thompson rarely takes the time to thoroughly train someone. She usually gives up on them pretty quickly.
Does that mean?
She must have high hopes for you.
Those words resonate deeply within me. From the next morning, I started waking up even earlier to practice. I wrung out the cleaning cloths with extra force, checked my posture repeatedly in the mirror, and practiced walking silently by landing on my toes first. Sarah, you've improved a lot lately. Thank you very much. You still have a long way to go. Yes, I'll work even harder. After a month, I finally started getting the hang of basic movements. Next came customer service training. Let me teach you how to serve. Yes. How you hold the tray, how you walk, everything matters. It was a continuous stream of new challenges, but I wasn't afraid anymore. I just needed to master each skill one at a time. One evening after dinner, the proprietress called for me. Starting tomorrow, you'll be attending to guests directly. What? You're trusting me with that already? Of course, Ms. Brown will be supervising, but I believe you can handle it. Yes, I'll do my best. That night, I could hardly sleep. My heart was racing with both anxiety and excitement, but this was just another step forward. I closed my eyes and prepared myself for tomorrow. About 2 months after I started working at the inn, during one evening's twilight, I was assigned to clean the garden pond. Here we go. As I was scooping up fallen leaves, I happened to look up at the sky and noticed a window open on the second floor. There sat a young man reading a book.
Oh.
Our eyes met. I quickly lowered my gaze.
Wait.
The young man put down his book and rushed down the stairs.
Finally got to talk to you. You're Sarah, the new staff member, right?
Yes.
I'm Tom Thompson, the heir to this inn. Well.
He scratched the back of his head sheepishly, a gesture I found strangely memorable.
Actually, my mother told me I need more training. I'm studying business management at university and help out at the inn during my breaks.
I see.
I know how strict my mother can be, so it must be tough for you.
Oh no, I'm still so inexperienced.
No, really. It's the first time I've seen my mother take such care in training someone.
Really?
I think she sees great potential in you.
From that night on, my conversations with Tom gradually increased. We would have casual chats when we met in the garden during break times, and sometimes share tea after dinner service.
What about high school?
I couldn't go.
I see.
Instead of pressing further, Tom shared stories about his own student life.
Actually, I wanted to pursue a career in music.
Really?
But being the heir and all, I had no choice.
His words prompted me to respond. I think it's wonderful.
Huh?
Your decision to carry on the family business. I think that's a dream in itself. Tom looked slightly surprised, then gave me a gentle smile. As time passed, I gradually grew accustomed to my work. One day, Tom came to the floor I was assigned to.
Sarah.
Yes?
If you're free this weekend.
Just then, Tom, what are you doing here? At his mother's voice, Tom hurriedly left. That weekend, I was reading a book in the garden during my break when,
Here, if you'd like.
he held out a concert ticket to me.
It's my university friend's band, if you're interested.
Thank you very much. After work that day, we went to a nearby live house. While listening to the student band perform, Tom and I talked about various things.
Don't tell my mother about this.
Of course not. After that, whenever our days off aligned, we would go out together. We watched movies, visited cafes, and spent time together. One rainy day, while we were visiting used bookstores together,
Hey, Sarah.
the sound of rain grew stronger.
I love you.
I accidentally dropped the book I was holding. I love you too.
Will you be with me?
Yes. We smiled at each other in the rain, but at the inn, we maintained our usual demeanor. We were careful not to let anyone notice, interacting casually. Sometimes we would exchange secret glances when passing each other in the hallway. Days like these continued. One night, when we were alone in the garden,
Isn't it hard keeping this hidden?
well,
Let's tell my mother properly.
but Ms. Thompson,
It'll be fine. I think she will understand.
I gave a small nod at his words. Tomorrow would surely be a major turning point in my life. It was autumn when I finished my initial training and was allowed to handle guest rooms on my own. That day, the inn was fully booked due to a holiday. Starting today, you'll be in charge of the Pine Room. The Pine Room? Yes, our most prestigious suite. I caught my breath. The Pine Room on the top floor was the inn's most formal special suite, used by upper-class guests and celebrities. You're nervous, aren't you?
Yes.
But I'm entrusting it to you. I know you can handle it. That day's guests were the chairman and his wife from a major corporation. For an hour before their arrival, I repeatedly checked every detail of the room. The angle of the cushions, the position of the tea suites. After greeting them at the entrance, the guidance began. This way, please. Everything was being tested. My walking pace up the stairs, my positioning in the hallway. I could feel the proprietress watching from behind. Oh my, this flower arrangement is lovely. Thank you very much. Today's theme is awaiting the moon. Mid-explanation, the proprietress cleared her throat. I stumbled over my words for a moment. And? I apologize for interrupting your conversation. Later, I was summoned by the proprietress. Don't continue explaining topics that guests don't show interest in. I'm sorry. Also, your posture was poor. Yes. Come at 5 p.m. for the next week. We'll have special training. Yes. The next morning, special training with the proprietress began. Keep your back straight. Yes. Your posture is wrong. I apologize. Why are you so tense? I'm sorry. Once more. I repeated the same movements over and over. There was no time to rest before the regular 7 a.m. duties began. A week later, I was again assigned to the Pine Room. This time, the guest was a renowned author. Excuse me. I'd like some coffee. Certainly. Strangely, my hands didn't shake while serving coffee. The morning training sessions had become ingrained in my body. This coffee tastes excellent. Thank you. Later, the proprietress said, Your serving today was passable.
Thank you very much.
But there's still room for improvement.
Yes.
The next challenge was bed making. When laying out the pillows, imagine how the guest will sleep.
Imagine?
Yes. For example, make it softer for elderly guests, slightly firmer for younger ones. I learned that the true hospitality of a luxury inn lies in these subtle considerations. One day, a guest slipped and fell in the lobby. I rushed over instinctively. "Are you all right?" At that moment, the proprietress approached quietly. "Sir, are you injured?" Then to the staff, "Bring a compress and an ice pack." Right away. Watching the proprietress' composed response, I realized how inexperienced I still was. That night, the proprietress called for me. Staying calm is essential in emergencies.
Yes.
However, your immediate response to help the guest was good. Really? From now on, add composure to that kindness. I apologized deeply. Now then, time for more training.
Yes. In her strict guidance, I could feel genuine affection. That was the proprietress' way of teaching. A week after Tom's proposal, we decided to announce our marriage plans to the proprietress. "Mother, do you have a moment?"
What is it?
Seeing my trembling hands, Tom stepped forward. "Mother, I want to marry Sarah."
Silence fell. The proprietress watched us with an unchanging expression. I see. Just those 2 words. Sarah, what are your thoughts on this?
I want to be with Tom.
Is that all? You have a more important calling.
At those words, I instinctively looked up.
As the partner of the one who will inherit this inn, and eventually as its proprietress, I became speechless. Are you prepared for that responsibility?
I took a deep breath and straightened my back. Yes, I will do my utmost best. For the first time, the proprietress showed a gentle expression.
Then this marks the true beginning of your training. True to her words, the 6 months until the wedding became a period of intense training. Learn the accounting.
Yes.
Also how to maintain relationships with our suppliers.
Understood.
Most importantly, you must win the hearts of the staff.
Win their hearts.
Yes. If you can't earn their trust, you won't be able to protect this inn. Every day brought new lessons. Sarah, you've really learned the market prices for supplies.
It's all thanks to your guidance, Ms. Brown. Our future proprietress is quite capable, isn't she? I still have so much to learn. With you as our future proprietress, I'm sure you'll understand the beauty of this garden.
Please continue to guide me. Gradually, the distance between me and the staff began to shrink. One day, the proprietress summoned me. Starting tomorrow, attend the evening menu planning meetings.
I'm not ready yet.
No, you're more than ready.
Her words surprised me.
You can do this. I guarantee it.
Thank you very much. Tom also warmly watched over my growth. She seems to have really high expectations for you. But I still have so far to go. No, really, it's rare for her to train someone this thoroughly.
One night, while walking in the garden with the proprietress, I was planning to oppose this at first.
What?
After all, my son's life was at stake. I listened in silence. But watching you, I became certain. You would protect this inn. That's what I believed.
Ms. Thompson.
That's precisely why I've been so strict in training you. You must become an excellent proprietress.
That night, when I returned to my room, I stood before the mirror. Have I changed at all? The reflection looking back at me definitely showed a different expression than before. Before sunrise, the inn was already full of energy. Good morning. I start my day by first stopping by the kitchen to check on breakfast preparations. Sarah, we have guests from Charleston today, don't we? Yes, I understand they're quite knowledgeable about South Carolina cuisine. Then I'll adjust the soup stock to be more their style. Thank you for your consideration. Next came the briefing with the room attendants. For room 302, there are elderly guests, so please keep the hallway lighting brighter than usual. Understood. And room 507 has teachers from a school trip. Please prepare sweets that younger people would enjoy. During breakfast, I make rounds to check on each room's guests. Please enjoy your stay. An elderly female guest called out to me. May I have a moment? Yes, how may I help you? Last night, I went to the garden with my grandchild, and the handrails on the stairs were so helpful. We recently installed those to ensure both elderly guests and children can go there safely. Is that so? Such thoughtful consideration is wonderful. In the morning, I had meetings with local suppliers. Sarah, about next month's vegetable prices. Yes, I'm aware. However, if possible, I'd like to prioritize our local farmers. As expected of you, we'll consider it. After lunch, I trained the new young attendants. Walk half a step behind the guests. From that position, you can best observe their needs. I see. Also, when serving, always lower yourself to the guest's eye level. In the evening, a sudden situation arose in the lobby. Excuse me, please help. A young businesswoman appeared quite distressed. I need to print some important documents for a business meeting at a convenience store. Certainly. I'll have a car prepared for you right away. Oh, but... Please don't worry. One of our staff members will drive you there. The woman appreciated our kindness repeatedly with tears in her eyes. At night, I had my daily review with the proprietress. How are the guests today? Yes. The teachers from the school trip particularly praised the quality of our cuisine. The head chef's skills have improved. It's not just that. Oh, the choice of dishware that complements the food also seemed to touch their hearts. You're becoming quite observant. After completing my final rounds, I returned to my room late at night. Tom was waiting. Good work today. I'm back. Looks like another busy day. Yes, but I enjoy it. You're starting to resemble my mother. Really? That dignified expression. Looking in the mirror, I did see a more composed expression than before. This is all thanks to everyone here. Mr. Johnson from the local vegetable shop called out to me. Sarah, you're getting quite a reputation. What? One of my regular customers stayed at your inn. They couldn't stop praising your thoughtful hospitality. Oh no, I still have so much to learn. Always so modest. Here, these are on the house. He placed fresh vegetables in my basket. When I met Mrs. Smith, the proprietress of another long-established inn in our town, Sarah, I keep hearing your name from our guests lately. Mrs. Smith, you seem especially popular with young couples. They're posting on social media about the young proprietress's warm hospitality. I'm honored. We can't fall behind. Let's keep pushing each other to improve. Changes were happening at this town's regular meetings too. Regarding the revitalization of our town, I'd like to hear Sarah's opinion. Recently, we've received many requests from young female guests for a town walking map. Oh, if possible, I'd like to create a warm, personal map that conveys the character of our local people and our history. That's a wonderful idea. Very characteristic of you. One day, the owner of the local salon visited our inn. Sarah, I have a request about your hairstyling. Yes. Actually, more and more of our customers are saying they want to get their hair, like Sarah of Thompson Inn. Oh my. If you wouldn't mind,
Would you consider teaching at our salon hairstyling classes?
A local tourism magazine came to interview me as well.
We've heard great things about you, Sarah.
You're too kind.
Particularly about your detailed attention to each individual guest's needs.
Even Mr. Williams, our town's mail carrier, noticed. Sarah, lately, I've been delivering so many more letters to here.
Yes, we've been receiving many thank you letters from our guests.
On my way back from the town's regular meeting, some veteran inn owners approached me. Sarah, thanks to you, the whole town is becoming more lively. That's right. Having you work so hard inspires us all. You'll be the one leading our town into the future. When I returned home, the proprietress was waiting.
I've been hearing about your reputation.
I'm sorry. Have I been getting carried away?
Not at all.
Really?
Your own way of revitalizing the town. I'm proud of you.
That night, while walking in the garden with Tom, the townspeople have really come to accept you.
Yes, but it's only because everyone has been so supportive.
No, it's because of who you are.
What do you mean?
When you're kind to others, that kindness always comes back to you. My mother used to say that too, remember?
Looking up at the sky, I saw the full moon gently illuminating our town.
Near the end of spring, the inn received a phone call.
Hello, this is Thompson Inn.
This is Mike from Kingston Magazine. We'd love to do a feature story about Sarah.
Kingston was a famous women's magazine focusing on American traditional culture.
I instinctively looked toward the proprietress.
Accept it. It's a good opportunity.
On the day of the interview, 3 staff members, including a photographer, came from the editorial department. Our theme is the new generation weaving America's heart.
I see.
In particular, we want to share with our readers the secret behind your warm hospitality.
The photography session began with my morning work routine.
Just act as you normally would, Sarah.
Yes. Seeing my nervousness, the head chef spoke up.
Sarah, just be yourself.
Those words helped me relax a little. They photographed everything, my greetings to guests, meetings with staff, the way I served coffee. You treat all guests with the same level of care, don't you? Yes. Actually, I had my own struggles with my parents. I found myself revealing personal thoughts unexpectedly.
That's a very important story. Would you mind telling us more?
In the end, I shared everything, my upbringing, meeting the proprietress, and my journey of growth.
What an incredible story. This will definitely resonate with our readers.
The proprietress was interviewed as well. I had my doubts at first, but her sincere attitude taught me things too, and Tom too.
She endured my mother's strict training while never losing her kindness. That's her greatest strength.
3 months later, the magazine was published.
Sarah, the response has been overwhelming.
Really?
Yes. Readers are particularly moved by your story of overcoming hardships and growing.
Indeed, the inn was flooded with inquiries. Sarah, the reservation calls won't stop coming.
Really? That many?
Of course. Your personality came through clearly in the article.
It became a hot topic on social media too.
The young proprietress of Thompson Inn is amazing. She gave me courage to keep trying my best. She gave me hope when I was struggling with my relationship with my parents. I admire how she brings fresh ideas while preserving tradition. Other inns started requesting to visit and learn from us. Someone like me, teaching others. It's fine. You have experiences that only you can share.
I nodded deeply at those words. Indeed, it was my struggles that had taught me to understand people's hearts. Sarah, you're amazing.
No, it's all thanks to everyone here.
But being able to express it in your own words, that's your strength.
On the last page of the magazine was my message.
The spirit of hospitality begins with caring for others. That's surely a precious treasure that everyone possesses. 2 weeks after the magazine interview, we had an unexpected visitor at the front desk.
Sarah, there's a guest here to see you.
Yes, I'll be right there. When I reached the front desk, I saw a familiar silhouette.
Sarah.
Miley. My younger sister Miley had come to the inn by herself. What brings you here?
I saw the magazine.
Oh.
You've really changed, Sarah.
I remembered my sister from years ago. Miley, who played the lead role in her elementary school ballet recital. The student council president in middle school. Our parents always had high expectations for her, saying, "This child has a promising future."
I dropped out of university.
What?
No matter what I do, nothing seems to work out.
Tears welled up in my sister's eyes. Why don't we have some coffee and talk? I guided my sister to the detached building in the garden.
I followed the path our parents expected, but somewhere along the way, I lost sight of what I really wanted to do.
I see.
But you were different.
Me?
Yes. Back then, you left home and chose your own path. That was the right decision, wasn't it?
Her words stirred complex emotions within me. Miley, I just ran away.
No, you didn't.
What?
You chose your own life. I've only ever thought about living up to our parents' expectations.
I offered her a cup of warm coffee, but it's not too late.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything at first either, but the proprietress, Tom, everyone here supported me, and I gradually changed.
Sarah.
So you can find your own path too.
Do you think I can do it?
Of course. Miley nodded slightly as she wiped away her tears. At dusk, I saw her off at the station.
Thank you, Sarah.
Come visit again.
Yes. Next time, I'll come as a proper guest.
I'll look forward to it.
I'm going to do my best too.
Take it at your own pace. The train carrying her disappeared into the sunset.
That went well.
The proprietress was standing behind me. Miss Thompson.
Your sister will surely find her own path too.
Yes.
You've become quite a remarkable older sister.
My sister taught me something too.
And what was that?
That my choices weren't wrong after all. The staff dining room is actually busiest in the middle of the night, when night shift workers meet morning shift staff. Good work, everyone.
Good morning, Sarah. Sarah, I hear you have something to tell everyone?
Yes, actually. I began explaining an idea I'd been considering for a while, creating a monthly smile meeting where all staff members could discuss ways to improve our hospitality. I thought we could all share observations from our respective positions. That's great. We'd love to hear fresh perspectives too.
Can we newcomers participate too?
Of course. New staff often notice things that others might miss. This is what makes you special, Sarah. Everyone smiled at those words.
You've really changed, you know.
Have I?
When you first started, you were too scared to even voice your opinions. That's right. Now you're the one we all go to for advice.
You visit the kitchen every day too. Thanks to that, our young cooks are more motivated to improve their skills. Everyone.
Sarah's greatest strength is her ability to understand people's feelings.
I turned to find the proprietress standing there.
This proposal will surely bring good results.
The first smile meeting was even more successful than anticipated.
I've noticed we can tell a lot about guests' physical condition by how their shoes are arranged.
I see. That could help us adjust how we serve meals. Even garden maintenance should consider guests' walking paths. Thank you everyone for these wonderful insights. Later,
while talking with young attendants in their quarters. Sarah, I actually have a concern.
What is it?
I'm not sure how to maintain the right distance with guests.
I struggled with that at first too.
You did?
Yes, but try thinking of the guests as family.
Family.
If you treat them as you would your own loved ones, you'll naturally find the right balance.
I see.
Tom came into the kitchen. Everyone still up? Perfect timing. How about a drink? Oh, I shouldn't.
Why not join us this once? Yes, join us.
That night, we all ended up talking until late. We discussed work, our dreams for the future, and most importantly, our feelings about the inn.
Thanks to Sarah, the atmosphere has really improved.
No, it's because everyone has been so supportive.
Cherish this spirit.
The proprietress had joined us without our noticing.
Yes.
The night sky was filled with stars. My heart swelled with pride in working at this inn and gratitude for all the staff.